I wanted to make this last video before I go back in, just to let everybody know that Elizabeth St. Cin, her family is in Lot 8. They're the ones that have been hacking her. One of the people. It's been a multitude of people over at the campsite, but they're the last ones standing. They got told on, and so that's why I went off. And they were hacking me to they were stopping my buttons from being from me being able to press my buttons on the dial pad when I talk to DHS. But my point here is this: Elizabeth St. Cin lost her first set of kids, Taurus and the other two boys, because of pedophilia and smoking methamphetamines. She didn't want to let people know that that was why she lost her kids, but Taurus and the Cody and the other boy are happy to tell it, because Betty she's something else. Alicia and Justin, and also several other children watched as her, Charles, Steve, Ronald, Amy, and James Dilly smoked both meth and crack in front of all of the kids. While we were all in the barn, and they tried to blame it on me. I don't do drugs. I never have. It's common knowledge I've never done drugs. I don't drink. I used to years and years and years ago, like when I was in high school. But, and then when I was on Low Street for a little bit, but I was always responsible with it. I've never been an alcoholic or drink like that. Everybody knew better. These guys they fabricated evidence so that they could kidnap my daughter, Tiara. Betty's got some mental health issues, and she said that. She's done a whole bunch of other stuff, like lie about people dying, and like my brother Steve. I had to call Social Security behind that. And then we had a situation where she had also she had tried to suck Fred Dole in, and wound up getting in trouble for that. She gave him her food stamps while she was out of the state to give the impression that she was still in the state when she was not. I guarantee you that's what Felicia Gonzalez did in Florida too, and that's why she tried to lie about living with Mr. and Mrs. Carpenter. On top of that, we've got the whole situation with regards to them they were using the text to get into my phone, and I was just reminded that by the text. So Boost told on them too. They got so outrageous with it that they just it couldn't help but get caught. But they kidnapped my daughter, Tiara. They lied to the court and manipulated the situation to make them think that Robbie was my brother when he's not. I don't know Robbie like that, or Emily Dole. They're both psycho, and I can't believe they thought they were going to get away with all of this. But they're not. In the end, they're caught. So I want charges pressed on all of them, especially on Elizabeth St. Cin and Robert Dole, because they just blatantly lied to the court and told them that I was their sister legally and all this and that. They tried to tell me that too, but I have the birth certificate from Rich verifying that they were lying, and Carol Clark will also verify too. He's my dad, my biological father, and so we all knew better than to believe Elizabeth St. Cin. She was just jealous, I think, and she told me that. She told me she was jealous, probably because I have so much family members that are police, and that doesn't just come from my dad, my biological dad's side. Rich, my adopted father, is also law enforcement. He might have just worked for animal control, but he did other stuff under the table that people don't know about, undercover stuff. And then you've got the rest of my family. My mom's dad, it's who I said it is. And so we've got the Petersons. I'm not exactly sure about the trooper, Alan Peterson. I know he's either my uncle. He's my uncle or my cousin. I believe he's my mom's half-brother. And so the one that died with the chemical explosion. I think it was in 84 or something like that. The one that I have on my beads. But I know that he's related to us. Also, the Decatur people, Fox, and all of them. The Petersons are where the property comes from. The orphanage, the old orphanage. It's a kid's fun center now, I guess. They use it for camping and all of that, and I'm assuming because I claimed all of that and it was wrongfully taken, that it'll more than likely in the end be given back. I'm not a greedy person. This isn't about money for me. I want the tribe to get the majority of what we collect, and then I also have promises that I made to the canine, the doggies. I love the doggies, so I'm gonna be doing something for that too when this is all over with. I I just want to donate and do community service and do my part, and I am so grateful and thankful for everybody who participated and helped with the situation. I love you all. And again, to law enforcement, I'm not angry at the ones who didn't have anything to do with it. I'm upset at the people who knew and participated. So you still have the option to try to do something to help the situation before you get arrested. So I recommend that everybody that's involved go to the state police or to the FBI and consult with them about what you know, because there's already been a crap load of people who have told on these guys. With God's love, thank you everybody for your support and your help and your love. Don't think it's gone unnoticed. With God's love, at the end of this, I would really love to have our marijuana bash with law enforcement. We had to do it online the 2 years, but I'm really, really praying that next year we're able to throw our bash in person. With God's love. God bless America. Have a blessed day. And back the badge.